Hello there. I'm Dickie Licks, former lead guitarist, lead songwriter, founder, and lead vocalist of the band Stainless Steel. And well, I guess I'm here to tell you a little bit about our unknown history. I am, yeah.
Wait a minute. Nice to meet you. Ted Smith here. I'm the youth pastor at the Southern Missionary Tabernacle Group. I'm the leader of about 12 to 14. I call them young angels without their wings, because I'll tell you, they're heavenly. And I love what you're doing here. I believe that we were very underappreciated and underrecognized. Of course, Rodney's still a dear friend of mine. God, I love the man to death. Pray for him every day and every night.
Well, it was towards the end of high school, about senior year, their senior year, not my senior year. Was Ted introduced me to his friend Dickie. He said he played music too, and he wanted a drummer to join his band. Dickie was always talking about going out to L.A. and making it in the big time, you know, so I decided to join up and hit the road with Stainless Steel.
Well, you know, it's a funny thing, really, how the band got together. You know, we were all in high school together. Well, not Rodney, of course. He was a dropout. You know, always unreliable. That one, never showing up on time. Always, you know, once somebody fails like that so early in their life, I mean, it's just they fail all the time. It's like the one thing you're good at is failing.
Yeah, I did. I dropped out of high school. I decided to do that because I knew my talents weren't getting put to use there, and I felt like my country could really need me for the coming Russian invasion. But after I tried to join the Army, they told me I was both mentally and physically unfit to serve. So I figured the only other thing I really knew how to do other than kill was to play drums.
Me and Ted, we were always pretty close. I mean, me obviously above him in every aspect, but he's a good companion to have around. Humbles you, really. Brings you back down to earth. But, you know, me being a lead vocalist, lead guitar player, just a front man in general, I needed a band behind me, or else it would look weird.
Well, it's really a simple story how the band came together. It was, you know, boy meets boy meets boy. But, I mean, really, me and Richard went to school together, and he was always stars in his eyes, big picture kind of guy. And I knew Rodney. Rodney always, you know, just clapping along, singing a song. And we needed a drummer. You know, I tickled the ivories here and there. I was co-songwriter also, but yeah, and I hooked him up. I said, Richard, meet Rodney, and I guess you could say that's where the magic got made.
Well, of course, I'm sure you can figure out my name's not actually Dickie Licks. I mean, you know, all through school people called me my real name's Richard Johnson, and all through school people called me, you know, Dickie. You know, my father's name was Richard, and he was Big Dickie, and I'm Little Dickie. All through high school, everybody that knew us, friends of the family. Hey, there's Big and Little Dick walking down the street, you know. But I kind of took that in stride, took it on the chin, you know. And then you know, I started playing guitar, and I was pretty good at it, if I do say so myself. Rather, one of the best in the country at the time, 1986. I mean, who else was really around? You know, nobody. Me. That's who was around. I was around. But, you know, when you play something, you call it a lick. So, you know, Dickie Licks, that's where that came from. And, yeah, you know, I came up with my rock star name, and, well, it's just fit me ever since. You know, Ted, obviously, that's not going to be the important person in any band. Rodney, that's okay, you know, but...
Well, when we got to L.A., I'd say it was about 86, and that whole hair metal thing was really starting to pop off. You know, everywhere you looked there was another band of dudes dressing like chicks, but for some reason the chicks dig it. So when we got out there, at first I was a little uncomfortable with the whole drag queen routine, but after the first few nights with all the women, the cocaine, and the money, I got in the swing of things.
Well, after we practiced a few times, we got some good chemistry going. We got some solid tunes down. I wrote them, of course. The other two were just kind of there. But we got in Rodney's van, drove out west. We got there. L.A. Sunset Strip, 1986. Started playing the bars, the clubs. We got ourselves some money, got ourselves some women, got a lot of drugs. And that was the fun part. I mean, the drugs were just everywhere. Everywhere you went, you were snorting cocaine off a girl's titty.
Los Angeles was, kind of our home away from home. And we started playing gigs. Things were going good. Good pay. We met a few women here and there. You know how Richard is. And I was a bit of a hellion myself.
Ted was kind of a nerd when we were in high school together, but I don't know, something about going out to L.A., it really set something off in him, just like letting an animal out of a cage. I've seen him do things that I'd never want to see again. I didn't want to see it the first time. He would disappear for days on end. Just, nobody knew where he went. He just disappeared. And he'd come back all sweaty and clothes torn up and makeup smeared. We'd ask him what he was doing. He'd just always say, "Having a good time, man." That's all he said.
Ted was odd. We never really seen him other than practice or that night at the hotel. And that was always 2, 3 in the morning when I was just waking up from my midnight drink. So he always came back ripped clothes, smelling of wet dog. I can't even bear to imagine what the hell he was doing out there. Here he's cleaned up his act though, good for him. I'm glad for him. You do you, mate, and I'll continue to do everybody else.
Were rumors going around town, in that little music scene that he used to get with anything that would move. Man, woman, beast, anything. 4 legs, 2 legs, didn't care. If it had a pulse, or sometimes even if it didn't, Teddy was all over it. Good guy though.
I'm not gonna lie, Los Angeles was tough. There were trials and tribulations. Peter and Paul know what I'm talking about. But I failed. I had shortcomings. As a man, as a godly man, there were times when I would feel, I tell Tammy this all the time in youth groups, that sometimes Satan's got a hand on your shoulder, a hand on your hip. And you better watch out, because Satan will give you the slip.
Well, we been out there, we established our dominance over the local scene pretty fast. I mean, and a lot of people felt animosity towards us. I mean, really, we were just that good and blowing them out of the water in their own home, I mean, it's like, it was just crazy. And then, staying with the girls all the time, because we didn't pay for hotels, mate, not until we got the record deal. We would just borrow their clothes. I mean, hell, I wore a thong for around 3 months straight, and then it just disappeared. It's really up to anyone's guess where it went. Personally, I feel like Ted took it. But, then there was one night we were playing in Gino's bar, and there was somebody in the front row that just kept his eye locked on me the entire time, as if the other 2 members of the band behind me didn't even exist. And that man was Devin Rothschild.
So, who am I? Hell of a question. I ask that question every morning. I get up and I shave and I say, who the fuck is that? Well, it doesn't matter. What I am is one of the best band producers and managers in the business. I've been doing this 50 years, and I've repped some of the best bands, all the bands you've ever heard of. I've repped them. What's really interesting, though, is how I found that last group. I was on the way home, and I thought, I think I just want a beer and maybe hear a new band I'm not going to give a shit about. I was ready to give it all up anyway, and so I go into this club I love. You all been there. It's a great club. And a lot of times they have, new bands. And so I went in, sat down, and a lot of kids, so this band probably has been playing a little bit, and they're it has a terrible name. I kept wanting to call them aluminum forks or something. It's stainless steel. Stupid. So I sat in the front row with a bunch of young kids who were screaming and yelling, but I could still hear, and all of a sudden, shit, they were good. They were really good. And I thought, maybe I don't want to get out of this. Maybe I want to do just one more band.
If you want to hang out, you've got
Ted,
to take
Ted,
her out.
Ted.
Methamphetamine.
Ted, you gotta stop. You
Why?
gotta stop it.
Don't you like it?
Well, first off, your keyboard's not plugged in.
That's the way I like to play it, Dickie. When I'm writing songs, I need to think. Clear piano, clear mind.
Okay. Well, none of the rest of us can hear it, and if we're actually playing, you'll need to have it plugged in at some point.
What's wrong with your voice?
It's an accent,
You sound like a dog hitting puberty.
Look, Ted, it makes me sound exotic, okay? It's very... Why don't you just shut the fuck up, alright? I'm trying something new, trying to get more attention to us, make it seem like, people want foreign things. About time you got here.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, Rodney?
What's this?
It's a camera. It's a camera. It's a camera.
Not like the movie.
No, this is like an official thing.
Okay.
Yeah, no, record company.
Look at you guys. You're wearing the same pants. How cute.
Well,
Yeah.
they're not really the same. These are zebra print, one of the most powerful animals in the animal kingdom, and that is some made-up bullshit that looks stupid.
God,
What
Dick.
the fuck? What? Mate, first off, I told you I was wearing zebra, and then here you are wearing zebra. This is zebra. It's the pattern that matters, not
That
the
ain't
color.
zebra. That is not zebra. You look like you got King Kong's lower body attached to your pasty upper half.
Yeah, what's going on with all that?
What? That's just me.
Did you get stung by a swarm of bees on your pecker?
Look, man, alright? I can't... I'm just trying to get more attention on me, which will, by proxy, put more attention on the both of you.
That's my sock, Dick.
Let's not worry about whose sock it is. Rodney, I'm doing it for the betterment of the band.
Here you go, Rodney.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch that. I'd wash your hands. Anyway, we can, now that you're here, we can practice, so,
Where are your drums at?
Oh, they're in the van.
Where's the van?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I mean, I don't know where the van is. I lost it.
What?
How did you lose a fucking van?
I was hanging out in the van with my buddy Steve, and we're doing what we usually do, and getting high, and I guess I passed out, because the next thing I know, I was on a sidewalk somewhere, and Steve and Van are gone, so.
Yeah, but don't you live in that van? That's your house.
Yeah, that is, that's where I live.
Wait, you said the van's gone?
Yeah. Let's just get started on this practicing, man. We got stuff to do.
You don't have anything to play. You just have 2 drumsticks. You guys have 2 pieces of wood in your hand.
Well, just give me a couple buckets and a jar of quarters. We'll be fine.
What are you gonna do at the fucking show? Play buckets and a jar of fucking quarters?
I can make it work.
What do you mean you can make it work?
All it takes is rhythm, man. You just need some rhythm going.
Look, man.
All right, I'll do the work around it.
Look, I thought if you played the drums long enough, you'd kind of get that whole rhythm thing. You don't really, you're a little
Fine.
white. You're a little white
You just-
for the rhythm.
You just
What timing is that? Even?
Huh?
That's
what is what?
timing.
Well, I don't read music. I just feel it.
Well, you don't read anything, but that's beside the point.
I can read.
Guys, let's just practice a little bit, okay? We got a big show tonight. Madison Circular Garden. Let's practice, okay? We'll figure it out when we get there. Please stop arguing.
Check this out. I can do that. Oh, God.
You can do that. I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The drummers do. I can do it. So
You're doing it real slow.
we're
though.
doing pretty good.
He doesn't even have a fucking cord for his keyboard. We can't even hear him.
It is an acoustic keyboard for the last motherflipping time, Dick.
It is not an acoustic keyboard. I bought the damn thing. I know what it is. You plug it into the fucking wall, which you apparently can't do.
Let's just rock and roll, guys. Let's play some tunes. 1, 2, 3, 4, go.
Success came pretty quickly. We got in the studio, and there we recorded one song immediately, and then we cut the album later, which ended up being left on the cutting room floor. But the song Love Is Blind was a power ballad inspired by my own, high school experiences. It was magic. Lightning in a fucking bottle. That's what that song was. Broke the top 50 on the charts, got to number 50. But hey, you take what you can get when you're starting out in the harsh streets of LA. We were just breaking into the business. Nobody else got success that quickly, I can tell you that much.
Blinded by Love. I can remember we were in the warehouse and we had a couple of other tunes we were working on, and I forget who came up with this. Maybe it was Dickie. I never like to give him credit for anything. But in any event, it was a really good, power ballad from that period. It had all that kind of drive and that wonderful guitar piece, and it was wildly sexual. I mean, Blinded by Love, it works on so many levels, love is so strong, the moonlight is taking away your vision, so you got that going, But that isn't what the guys were thinking of. The guys were thinking of something like, literally blinded by sex, right in the eye. And so in any event, we came up with a cover that we wanted to make sure they realized it wasn't blinded by the moonlight, if you get what I'm saying. And the record company said, "Are you out of your fucking mind?"
Yeah, the song's written on my own experiences. My first real girlfriend back in high school. Ted and Rodney never had any experiences in high school. Hell, they probably still haven't. But so I was with my girl, and I ended up blinding her with my semen, and that kind of led. A lot of people say semen is love, and I agree. It's the essence of a man, and it hit her right in the eye. So love is blind, blinded by love. Either one works, really. It just depends on how you ask it.
When me and Dickie first met, we got along pretty well. He was always kind of an asshole, but once we got to LA, it really started to explode. Once we started, getting more people at the shows, and he just kept getting more and more big-headed. And once we got that song on the charts, it just spiraled out of control. He was doing drugs every day. You couldn't talk to him because he'd put on this fake Muppet British accent like a cartoon character. And he just went from an okay guy to the biggest piece of shit that's ever walked the earth. He's scum. Honestly, I'd kill him as soon as I look at him. And I have the skills to do it, trust me. I don't have any formal training, but I've learned things. And I'll rip his throat out of his ass if I see him again. I swear to God, I will.
Oh, God. Dickie licks Richard. Richard. What a pain in the ass. Absolute, total schmuck.
Well, of course it wasn't just, the three of us. Really, it was just me, because I'm the singer, songwriter, guitarist, and Rodney's just back there banging around on the drums. I'm damn near positive he didn't know what he was doing. And then Ted with those big sausage hands just crushing a keyboard in half. Really, we needed help.
There is a bass player on the album. He's uncredited because nobody knows who he is. When we first started, we were a three-piece. But when Devin signed us, he said we needed a bass player. You have to have that rhythm or whatever. I don't know what he's talking about. But when the guy came in, he didn't say a word to anybody. And all I remember about him was his eyes. They were absolutely haunting. The kind of eyes that have seen things that you can't even imagine. He just laid the tracks down on the album, left. We never heard from him again. We asked Devin who he was, or does he get royalties? We have to split the check 4 ways. He just told us not to worry about it, that he was a professional. like an assassin or something.
To be honest, I'm not sure if it was a him or a her, but, you know, I call him a him. The way he slapped that bass, I'll tell you, it's like, you're going to think I'm crazy here. He could have been an angel.
I don't really remember what he looked like. It's the damnedest thing. It's like my memory's been wiped of him. He didn't talk, he didn't eat, he didn't show up to the photo op for the album cover. He just came in, then he left. You know what I mean? I mean, it's weird.
I looked him right in the eyes, and he looked right back at me. And for a second, it's like I saw all three of our sins all wrapped into one person, along with our physical attributes. I never saw him enter or exit a bathroom.
The day he laid down the track, he came over to me, and my jacket was draped over the chair next to me. And he reached into the pocket and put something there, and then took his hand out and left. And I've never seen him again. And I always keep it on me, you know, because it's one of those things. You know what that is? That's the symbol of the Zodiac Killer. And, you know, San Francisco's not that far from Los Angeles. So he could really just have walked down there, even hitchhiked his way, and just came in and played bass for our album, you know, on his way away from the police, way to Mexico. You know, they don't even prosecute you down there. You can sell drugs on the street to children in Mexico, and it doesn't matter.
I guess if I had to attach one word to him, it would be enigma. Because he was a walking riddle.
Yeah, I heard all that shit. I don't know what they were talking about, you know, Zodiac killers and hypnotic eyes, and we needed a bass. We didn't have a bass guy, and you can't really do a sound. Certainly on a CD, you gotta have a bass track.
Well, you know, and then the night that it all came crashing down, and you know, Rodney always had a problem with drugs, alcohol, you know, and of course Ted was never there. He was always off doing God knows what. In fact, I bet God doesn't even want to know what he was doing. But, you know, me and Rodney are at the hotel, you know, we're staying there. This is a day before our big breakout. This is a day before our big album, before I'm finally what I was meant to be, and that's a rock star.
Everything's going great, but I'm just not feeling, you know, I'm not feeling the success. And I take a look in the mirror and I realize that these drugs and alcohol is going to ruin my life before it even really starts.
You know, we're hanging out, and, you know, I'm sober, of course. I mean, I'd had a few drinks, but I can handle my liquor, you know, and Rodney's just, he's gone, mate. He's fucking gone.
I decided to quit cold turkey. One night we're at the hotel and I'm just really in the throes of withdrawal. You know how that is, you feel bad.
And he's staggering around, and he's coming up to me, telling me how much he loves me, how much he thanks me for putting him here in this place to get all this success. And then he says he's hot. And I said, I don't know about that, mate. I'm pretty sure I'm a little bit hotter than you are. And he said, no, I'm sweating. I'm burning up. I've got to cool off. I've got to take a dip in the pool.
And I'm walking around outside just trying to relax and mind my own business, and I see Dickie, drunk off his ass, stumbling around like a college girl on double pint night. And he looks at me in that stupid goddamn British accent of his, and he says, "Oi, mate, looks like you need to cool off."
And he starts running, you know, and didn't even strip down to his knickers or anything. He's just running towards the pool. And I said, Rodney, don't go. You know, they've drained the pool. It's winter time. And then by that time it was too late. He had cannonballed 9 feet down onto a concrete floor, shattering his spinal column and making his legs utterly useless.
And then he pushes me into the pool.
You know, I rushed into the pool after him. I climbed down the ladder and was cradling his head as the ambulance sirens just screamed in the distance. I said, Rodney, don't you know what you've done? You've ruined your legs, mate. You've ruined your life. And he said, no, I want this. I don't want to be a burden to you anymore. I don't want to hold you back. I don't want to make you less of an important musician by being attached to you, so I've taken myself out by destroying my legs.
I'm laying there and I start to think, I don't feel anything. No pain, nothing. So I raise my head and look at the mangled lumps of flesh and bone that used to be my legs.
I said, Rodney, you're like a brother to me. You know, I loved him. I did. I loved him, and he holds this animosity towards me. I mean, hell, he acts like it's my bloody fault.
And then I lean my head back and look up and see none other than Dickie laughing his ass off. And then he starts throwing beers down at me saying, "Oi, get up, you pussy!"
But do I lose sleep over it? Of course I do. I loved him. He's like a brother to me.
And I laid there for at least 3 hours before somebody else came down and decided to get the bloody mess that used to be me out of the bottom of that damn pool.
This accident affected my life more than his even. I mean, our record deal fell through, and then, you know, I'm stuck as a solo act. Lord knows Ted couldn't do anything. I mean, really, he was just there as window dressing. I'm stuck as a solo act. I worked at a strip club for 2 to 3 years. Not a female strip club, one with men dancing. I was a male dancer for 2 years. That was an okay life.
He broke my fucking back. I'm so mad I'd stand up and tell you if I fucking could.
He said what? He said what? No, he's just angry. I mean, that's all he is. He's angry. Of course he's blaming me for it. I mean, I would never do that. I mean, do you really think that I would be that fucked up? You think I'm that much of an alcoholic that I would be fucked up to push my best friend into a pool? I mean, that's fucking insane.
It's been hard for Rodney. I'm trying to help him walk again, spiritually speaking, with me towards the Lord. And, you know, I'm holding out hope for Richard, but, you know, if anything can come from this video, I just hope that I can help them beat off their demons.
I was devastated. I loved this group. I mean, I hated individual, like Dickie, I hated him, but I liked the band.
We know a few months after the band broke up, we realized something funny. You know, even this was the last time that me and Teddy talked. He called me up, you know, paged me first, and I went to a payphone, called him back. We had a chat about a couple songs that have been coming on the radio, been quite popular lately, and that was, you know, legally, I'm not allowed to say the names of them because that son of a bitch Axl Rose will have me ass in court.
But all of a sudden, I'm in the warehouse where we used to practice, you know, we're stainless steel, and they're gone. They left everything. So I'm going around throwing shit out, and all of a sudden, I go, wait a minute. Here's a song. Oh, yeah, I like that song. Shit, nobody's copyrighted this song.
I never did find that songbook after we broke up, and, well, I've always been thinking, pretty sure Devin Rothschild, I'm pretty sure he took it from me. Pretty sure Rothschild took my songs, solid gold songs, every one of them, a hit, number one hit, unlimited amounts of money. You could not limit the amounts of money that these songs would bring you.
So I hand them out to my other bands, and the next thing you know, over the next 5 years, I've got 10 number one hits.
You know, I mean, it's just utter bullshit, really. And I'm still mad. If I ever see that son of a bitch again, you can bet me and him will have some words, eh?
So after the accident, I had no real way to make money. I mean, they'd kicked me out of the band. I have no real skills at all, and now I don't even have legs.
You know, I hate it for Rodney. And Richard, I want to give Richard the benefit of the doubt. I really do. Every night, I'm on my knees, and I'm begging Richard, please, Richard, please, just talk to us. Let us know what's going on with you, because Rodney's in terrible shape. I don't know if you know this, but Rodney can't walk.
So what am I supposed to do? I just bought this new house, and hell knows I couldn't afford to put a chairlift in it. So I just got 2 wheelchairs. Keep one on the bottom in the garage, one up top. Wheel myself over to the stairs, flop my body down, and crawl up. It's kind of fun. I pretend I'm in the army and crawling in a foxhole, you know, whatever gets you through the day. But that's what my life's been like since Dickie decided to fuck it all up.
I got it. I got it. Don't help me.
Yeah, about twice a day for 20 years now, this has been the routine. It was hard at first, but I pretty much perfected it at this point.
Well, what am I doing now? Well, honestly, I've had nothing but good times, good successes since the band broke up, you know? I mean, it's just been nothing but good times for me, and
It's not been all bad since after the accident. I mean, being a crippled ex-rock star really has some perks. You get pity points from women, and you get the whole celeb thing. So I do tend to get a lot of attention when I can find somebody to take me to the bar, but the only problem is I can't feel anything down there.
But I've begun a little tour of me playing myself, you know, me one man show, you know. Come see Dickie Licks play with himself for an hour and a half. That was the original poster. My manager told me that is not the most appropriate thing to put out for kids' parties, though.
I would love, darn it, I would love getting the guys back together. I'll tell you, we could all just go down to the church. We got a fellowship hall, and we could just jam out like the good old days.
How would I feel about reuniting? I mean, really, me and Ted, we don't really have much of a relationship. I mean, you know, we worked together. It's about all there was there. You know, he was there and he hit the keys, sometimes the right way, most of the time the wrong way. You know, and I'd have to come over and kind of be his guarding hand. I mean, that's just who I am. I'm a helper. I help people. I help improve their lives.
Well, I mean, me and Ted, we've kept in touch through the years. He's calmed down quite a bit, but he's still a great guy. One of my friends. But well, you mean like the whole band?
Rodney's a different story. He holds such hatred and animosity for me that it's really all unfounded. I mean, he said it himself. He was a burden to me. He did what he had to do, attempting suicide by jumping into the pool. And of course, he's not so bright, you know, because he didn't finish high school, not knowing that a 9-foot fall wouldn't even kill him. Just paralyzed him. A fate worse than death, really.
No. Fuck no. No. I swear to God, if I see him, I'll kill him.
Reuniting, I feel like at this point, it's kind of out of the question, especially with the hatred Rodney holds for me. I have nothing but love for him and for Ted. I wish them both the best, but, you know, I'm good on my own, really. I think it might have been a mistake to ever have the band together in the first place. I didn't need them. Clearly, look at me now.
I'll fucking pull his eyes out of his nostrils and strangle him with the cord. I'll fucking end his life.
Look, mate, I don't understand. Why do I have to sit in the back? I mean, I'm the fucking star of this damn thing. Why does the camera girl get to sit up there?
Well, you don't have a camera.
Yeah, are you serious? That's the reason?
Well, hey, we're here. Oh, I'm so excited to get you and Rodney just back together again. I've missed seeing both you guys.
Don't touch me, goddammit. Alright? Look, I'm not excited for this, alright? I know he should apologize to me. I know what I'm deserved, but that's not gonna happen. You know it's not gonna happen. He only thinks of his bloody self.
Well, have you been doing your nightly prayer meditation that I told you about? I gave you the pamphlet. I mailed it to you.
I'm gonna level with you, Ted. I don't remember even talking to you, and I legally don't have an address right now, so I don't know who you mailed that to.
Okay. Well, hey, look, there's Rodney. Still, look at the little guy in his wheelchair. Poor little fella still ain't learned to walk again. But hey, maybe the miracle of us coming together will fix him.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, he looks rather pissed. Like, for somebody who can't, you know, who gets all these benefits and gets the easy life, he looks rather upset, and I don't know why.
So there I was, 3 a.m. I thought it was the witching hour, but a light shone down from above in my dream. And then I woke up, there was urine in the bed, but it was like a good kind of wet, good kind of moisture. Rodney! Oh my gosh, Rodney, I missed you so much. Oh, Rodney.
Damn it, Ted, don't touch me.
Sorry, I just missed you, buddy.
I missed you too.
Rodney, Richard, Rodney.
I remember him.
Assume this is the part where you're going to apologize to me.
Apologize. To you.
Well, yeah, mate. I mean, I feel like that'd be the real proper thing to do after what you did. Now you can be a real stand-up guy.
Stand-up guy? Are you fucking with me?
Hey.
Look at me. Look at me, you son of a bitch. You did this.
Rodney.
Shut the fuck up.
Hey! Don't fucking talk to Ted like that. He's a good guy. He's been a good friend to me, and he's a good person.
Thanks, Rodney.
Don't fucking touch me. God
Sorry.
damn it.
Just miss you.
Look, mate, I'm gonna get down here on eye level with you. Try to be straight here. If anything, you've had the easier life these past 20 years.
Richard.
You didn't have to stand up. You just rolled around acting like you owned the place on your chair of wheels.
Richard.
Parking up front at places. I mean, really, I've had it harder than you have. I mean, look at me. Having to walk all the time. Upstairs, downstairs.
You fucking piece of shit. I'm gonna beat your goddamn ass.
Rodney, please watch the language. The Lord is not happy when we use bad words.
Shut the fuck up, Ted.
Sorry.
I'm gonna go out, stand in the grass there, wait the 45 minutes to an hour it'll take you to get down the stairs. Then I'm gonna kick your ass so hard you're gonna fucking feel it.
God
Richard.
damn it, Ted, you get me down these fucking steps. I'm gonna beat his fucking ass.
Okay, we gotta go down them backwards, Rodney.
Beat you to death.
Richard, don't move. We're
Fuck you.
coming.
I'm coming for you, you son of a bitch.
Oh boy, Rodney, this
Take
is
it easy. Take it easy. This is a hard way to go.
Just
Don't you fucking move. I'll push me. I can't. This ground's wet. I can't. Let's do this, motherfucker. Let's go.
guys, can we please work it out? What if we prayed? And just oh no. Oh my God. Rodney, don't. Remember the thumb thing, Rodney. Don't do it. Oh my God, Rodney! Shit. Rodney, we gotta get out of here! Oh my God, Rodney!
Fuck you!
Rodney!
Fuck you!
Rodney, the cops!